Good morning, everybody, and welcome to St. John United Church of Christ for our Sunday morning Sunday school devotion. I'm Pastor Jana Myers, and I'm so excited that you are here to study with me, to explore with me, and to work on this super challenging lesson that we've got. It's going to require us to think in new and divergent ways. And at 9 a.m. on a Sunday, that sounds daunting. So drink up your caffeine while you use the link below to find our lesson this morning. The link below is going to take you right to where the lesson is posted, which is at ucc.org in the daily devotion section, because we use the Still Speakers writing group as a way to stay connected and to study further about new topics. So you can use the link below. You can also find the Sunday school lesson in our weekly email that is in your inbox on our Facebook page, and you can find it just by simply going to ucc.org/daily devotion. You can sign up for the devotions, then they'll show up in your inbox. And when you read one that I've read, you'll get very excited. I always do. This one is called Called to Hope, written by Rachel Hackenberg, which is a favorite author of ours here at St. John, and published on November 3rd, 2022. She uses a focus verse of Ephesians 1:17 through 18a. I pray that God of glory may give you a spirit of wisdom and revelation, so that with the eyes of your heart enlightened, you may know what it is to hope, which God has called you. Hope is a wild creature, untamed, holy within the mysteries of God. Hope is alien to our daily bodily existence. Whereas I wake up each morning and roll out of bed with the same body I had the night before, with the same aches and illnesses of the prior day, the same set of stresses, same routine and essential tasks, the same challenges to navigate, the same resigned face staring back at me from the mirror. Hope has no care for the sameness of life or the body or situation. Hope says something else is possible. These are your bones and sinews and cells? Great! We're going to do something new. This is the day you envisioned for yourself? Let's interrupt all that with new thoughts and dreams. I commonly try to tame hope, try to limit it to my location. I box it in my past experiences. I quell it with reason. When I'm not careful, I contort it with my theology, confining it to heaven or lowballing it to just barely above hell. I make a disaster of hope when I add it to my should list. I should do better. I should finance my children's dreams. I should write 20 books. I should have plans to achieve my hope. But hope with a plan isn't hope. It's a plan. And that's lovely, but it's self-made and assumes the self I already have in the space it already occupies and in the life it already knows. Hope, the hope to which God calls us, comes from an alien space, a wild space, a holy space. And from that space, hope offers possibilities we cannot devise ourselves. Only God can. It's not our easiest lesson, but she's on to something. Her particular part that we have to examine. But hope with a plan isn't hope. It's a plan. How many times have you said to yourself, I hope that will happen, and then make every effort to make it come true? See, then it's just work, and it's just a plan, and it's a plan that worked out perfectly, just as you hope. But see, hope, real, transformative hope, isn't just expectation, masquerading as hope, isn't just past experience, masquerading as hope. Hope is the child looking out a window waiting for snow in LA. Hope is something that you can't fully understand. Hope is something that takes over your body and your mind and makes you want desperately for something to be true, even though your rational side says it absolutely can't. Those are glimmers of hope. Planning for something, making sure it happens inside of what is reasonable so that your expectations don't get damaged. It's not really hope, but more often it's what we call hope. And when we do that, when we take hope and turn it into something that we manage or control, because the other side is so painful, what we are doing is we are denying ourselves the chance to experience the true transformative nature of hope, and instead living a fear of disappointment. It's hard because fear is pervasive, but it's at the core of what we are asked to not do. And I know double negatives are not fun, but if you'll remember that Christmas angel, still 2,000 years later calls us to fear not. If we can be less afraid of disappointed hope, we might actually give true hope a chance and wonder where it is that the unexpected, unbidden thoughts of joy, challenge, participation are calling us to. Because it is the case that our God is calling us to hope every day. A hope that stands in front of an apathetic, cranky world with arms flung wide that says, I love you, even though you don't always want to play or have fun or even dream. That's okay. But so often we're afraid that the world's going to say, yeah, you stink. I don't want to play with you. And that hurt and rejection, the fear of those feelings, keep us from moving. How many things have you done out of fear? How many things have you done out of hope? I'm guessing one category is much longer than the other. You're afraid that something will happen or afraid that something won't happen. And so the list goes on and on and on. But how many times have you honestly, deeply, whole body hope and decided that that was the way to go? Even though you woke up in the same body, with the same life, same situation as you went to bed last night, can you fling open the doors of your heart for hope? Not for fear of disappointment, but for hope. I told you this one's a tricky one. It's hard because, as our author writes, hope comes from a God space, an alien space, a wild space, a holy space. It offers possibilities that we ourselves cannot devise. So how do we enter into something that's so unhuman and so holy God? I think it starts with prayer, with an honest prayer and an open heart to lean into the promises that God offers us, which is to not be afraid, to be loved and to love one another. And if you go around loving other people and not being afraid of what might happen, hope will spring. It always does. That's what's so ridiculous about hope, even when it shouldn't, even when we have trampled it squished it and run over it with a lawnmower. Back again. Persistent and powerful and never ceasing, because it's a God thing. We're called to pick some up. Let's pray together. For all that I cannot do or be, God, have mercy. Let hope overtake me. I hope that you'll come back here at 10 o'clock. I don't say that to manage my own expectations. I say that because I genuinely hope with joy to see you again in a few minutes.